There are 4 mixtures of milk and water solution. 1:2, 1:3, 1:4, and 1:5 are milk and water ratios. These are mixed in the ratio of A is to B is to C is to D. So I'm taking A parts of the first, B parts of the second, C parts of the third, and D parts of the fourth to get a resultant mixture with milk and water ratio as 1:3. So final ratio of milk and water is 1:3. So final strength will be 1/4, right? What is the strength in the solution that I've taken as a quantity A? That's going to be 1/3. This is going to be 1/4. This is going to be 1/5. And this is going to be 1/6. Which of the following can be the values of A is to B is to C is to D? Now, when I look at this data, I realize one thing, that whatever is the quantity of B you take is not going to make any impact to the final ratio, because this is equivalent to the average. Right? So B is not going to make much of a difference. It can be any value over there. And it's, even if it is 0, it does not make a difference to us. Even if it is 10, it's not going to make a difference to the final ratio, as long as the final, ratio is to be 1:3 and strength to be 1/4. Right? So now we don't really know which ones will create a surplus and which one will create a deficit, or so because that would depend upon your quantities of A, C, and D. And even if it is not, then trying to figure out whether 1/3 is lower, 1/5 is lower, 1/6 is lower, I think we can follow one particular convention and can try and do this particular question. So let's have a look at that convention. So then I'm going to take 1/4 minus of 1/3 into A plus of 1/4 minus of 1/5 into C. As I told you, I'm not going to look at the quantity of B. So I'm looking at directly C plus 1/4 minus of 1/6 into the quantity D should be equal to 0. Right? So this is then going to give me a negative value. So I'll take it on the other side and make it positive. So let's just calculate this. This is going to be 20 in the denominator, and we will get 1/20. We'll get 1/20 into C plus 12 as the LCM over here. So this is going to be 4 into 3, and this is going to be 2. So 1/12D, and this value when goes on the other side, it's going to be 12 as the denominator and 3 minus of 4. So 1/12 of A, right? So you are looking at 12 and 20. So let me take 60 as the LCM and multiply everything by a 60 so that I get integer values to be able to compare them more easily. So if I multiply it by 60, it's going to be 3C plus 5D should be equal to 5A. Now, any of these ratios should then satisfy this particular condition. So you take it as the first value, C you take it as the third value, and D you take it as the fourth value. So if you now put the value of A as 1 over here, D as 4 over here, and C as 3 over here, does this satisfy? No, it does not, because your right hand side is just 5 and this is going to be 20. So let's take the second value. 5:2 is to 5:2. So your value of A is 5, your value of D is 2, and your value of C is 5. So 5 into 3 is going to be 15, and 5 into 2 is going to be 10. Is this turning out to be equal to 5 into 5, 25? Yes, it is. So my answer to this problem should be 5:2 is to 5:2. This could have been any value over here. It's not going to make much of a difference to our answers.